Hey guys, Dean Gearhart here, coming at you with another mail day video. I got 6 cards in. The first 3 cards I'm just going to show you real quick, and then the next 3 I want to do something a little different. So, starting off with this 1953 Topps Baseball Hal Jeffcoat. This is a replacement for the one I had. The one I had was pretty beat up, so I just went ahead and replaced that one. So, next up, we got Elston Howard, 1967 Topps. This will take me down to needing right around 16 more cards to finish off that set. And then the third card I have is this 1975-76 Boston Celtics Team Leaders card. And I forget where I'm at on this set, what I need, but pick those 3 up. Next up, what I wanted to do something different. I was listening to Mike Baseball Collector's podcast yesterday, and one of the episodes he had Aaron Davis on, and they were talking about the Negro League and the players and stuff, and I got to thinking to myself that, it's all well and good that we show off cards, and there are some other channels like Tony Psyched on Baseball. He actually breaks down like what the player's done and stuff like that. So I get to thinking that, it's all well and good that, I show you this Bob Chipman that I got in, but we don't really talk about too much about these players. Now, this guy was just a common player. He was born in 1918. He died in 1973 at the age of 55. Not sure what happened. Couldn't find out any other information about that, but, I'm going to be 51 this year, so kind of makes you stop and think about things. But anyways, he was a left-handed pitcher. He spent all or parts of a dozen seasons in the major league from the years 1941 through 1952. He played for the Brooklyn Dodgers, Chicago Cubs, and the Boston Braves. He was 51 wins and 46 losses and 293 games pitched. 87 of those were as a starter. As a reliever, he had 14 saves. Altogether, 29 complete games, 7 shutouts. He pitched 880 and 2/3 innings. He allowed 889 hits, 386 walks, and had 322 strikeouts. He was inducted posthumously into the Suffolk Hall of Fame on Long Island in their baseball category. Aside from this 52 Topps high number, and that's the reason why I have this, because it is a high number, and it's just a common high number. PSA 2, pretty good shape. Just a faintest hint of something going on here, not quite sure. Can't even catch it here, but there's just a very right in here. Very hard to notice, just like, I don't know if it's a wrinkle or what, but it's just almost impossible to see. But aside from this 52 Topps high number, he had other cards issued. 1949, 50, and 52 Bowman. 1949, they consider that to be his rookie card in the Bowman set. I don't know why there was no 51 Bowman made, but that's all the cards I could find that were ever issued for this guy. But that's the story on Mr. Chipman. The next card I have, also a high number, Les Fusselman. It's card number 378, also part of the high numbers. This is a 2.5, which is kind of odd because there's a little bit of wrinkling here. I don't know why the Chipman got a 2 and this got a 2.5, but anyways, this falls into my category, anywhere from a 2 to a 3. You buy the card, not the grade kind of thing. This is also just a common player. But a little bit about him. Lester Leroy Fusselman. He was born in 1921 and he died in 1970. He was 49 years young when he passed away. He was a catcher. He only appeared in 43 Major League games from 1952 to 53 with the St. Louis Cardinals. He threw and batted right-handed. He was from Oklahoma. And he attended Western Illinois University. He did have a decade-long professional career, which began in the Cardinals farm system. He also served our country for 3 years during World War II. What else? He was the backup catcher to Del Rice. That's might be why he only appeared in so many, so few games. Let me see. His batting average, career-wise, in those couple years was 169. He had 1 home run and 3 RBIs. He's on 2 cards, the 1953 or 52 tops, which I'm showing you here, and he was also in the 1953 tops card number 218. So kind of makes you wonder sometimes why they make a card of certain players and other players that they don't. Other than the only thing I could think of is Bowman didn't have him under contract, so he was ripe for the picking, I guess you could say. But anyways, that's Les Fusselman. And then the third card that I got in the past couple weeks was my T206 Bob Bescher. This one is a Sweet Caporal 350 back. Let's see there. This one is a graded 3. This one is the hands in the air. Now, a little bit about Mr. Bescher. Robert Henry Bescher, he was born in 1884 and he died in 1942. So he was also fairly young too. Let's see, he was in his 50s. Yeah, he was in his 50s. Actually, yeah, 58. He died in a car accident. He was hit by an oncoming train. So that's pretty sad. He is from London, Ohio. He is known, he's a switch hitter. He played 5 seasons with Cincinnati. He was known for stolen bases. He led the National League 4 consecutive years from 1909 through 1912. And he had 81 stolen bases in 1911, which set a league record, which was not broken for over 50 years. So, outside of the stolen bases, he was a National League leader in runs in 1912, and he was a National League leader in walks in 1913. His career best batting average was .282. He played for the Giants in 1914, and he was with the Cardinals. And he ended his career with the Indians. Yeah, he was played for the Reds, the Giants, the Cardinals, and Indians. Let me see. 749 runs, 190 doubles, 74 triples, 28 home runs, 428 stolen bases. And that's about it for him. Now, as far as cards, the T206, there's also a portrait of him, and there are various card issues, candy issues of him. There's also a 1915 Cracker Jack issue of him, so he's on a bunch of different cards, at least a dozen, I would say. So, but yeah, anyways, like I said, I was listening to Mike's podcast, and he was talking with Aaron, and Aaron was going over some really interesting stuff about the Negro League and the players and stuff. So that got me thinking, you know, every time I get these cards, like especially the 52 tops, I look them up to see if they're still with us or not, because these guys were around the same age as my grandfathers. My grandfathers both passed away at the age of 77. And I just looked this up. I believe there's, out of the 1952 top set, the 407 cards, there's only about 16 players that are still alive, that are still with us. A couple of them played for Pittsburgh: Dick Grote, Vernon Law, and of course the big name Willie Mays. But you know, these guys are all in their 90s, at least 90. I want to say 90 and up, maybe 91. So, you know, this is the tail end of the greatest generation, you know. And I think that you know, learning a little bit about these guys and, you know, researching them a little more. I mean, even though they're not, you know, Willie Mays or Mickey Mantle, they still made it to the bigs. You know, they still had a purpose. They got a family out there somewhere, you know, and it's something to be proud of. And you know, just like I said, listening to that podcast yesterday, that made me think, you know, that's what I want to start doing. So let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.